Hey there, YouTube. Logan with Hideaway Homestead here, coming to you today with a video on rabbit breeding again. I'm getting ready to breed all of my rabbits, and that's going to put the babies being born around beginning of March, and hopefully by the time we get to April, we'll have bunnies that are ready to be weaned, and we'll have quite a few experiments going on. I've got a lot of stuff coming up as far as videos that I want to make. There's a whole lot of what I don't even know what you'd call it. It's almost like rabbit religions on YouTube. You know, there's all kinds of people doing different stuff, and people seem to really get into, you know, this is the way, kind of like the Mandalorian on doing stuff. Which, hey, you know, if you've got something that you're doing and it's working, I totally encourage people to just keep doing what they're doing. With my rabbits, I'm going to be doing a few different experiments because I have raised some rabbits almost purely on fodder, and I'm going to be doing a lot more with that. I'm going to be doing some of the babies. I'm going to make a smaller little rabbit tractor, and I'm probably going to have about 2 that I'm going to raise just completely on grass, and just make sure that they get like some mineral supplements. I'm probably, just because like the grass that we have around here is, I don't think it's that great nutritionally, because it's just been mined year after year after year of just, you know, breaking up grass clippings and not really allowing the soil to build. So it's probably not going to be that nutritional. I'm going to make sure that they have mineral blocks, and I may supplement with feed and just see how little feed they eat, considering that they have the option to eat grass. Now, with our fodder trees, sorry, this video is going to be a little bit long, so buckle up. With our fodder trees, I have been, let me turn the camera around here. These trees have been mulched like crazy with rabbit manure. And there's tons of nutritional value that has been put into the soil, that the soil microbes can absorb and, you know, put into plants and fungi and everything. This here hasn't been disturbed, so there's going to be some fungal networks under there too. Been mulched like crazy. So on some of these, I'm probably going to take some of the tree hay. Also, I'm going to stick to Old Faithful. I'm going to get a lot from the mulberry tree. But with the fodder experiment, just the tree hay, on raising one rabbit, I'm going to raise one rabbit out. And we're going to see what the results are on that. I'm going to make sure that when I do that, I get all the same weights on the rabbits. So we'll get them within just like an ounce or two. Try to get, you know, the rabbits that we're going to do for the experiment on all that, we're going to do, you know, make sure they get within just an ounce. Then I'm going to take one rabbit and we're going to do just pellets, which, you know, a lot of times is what I do anyway, is just a lot of pellets. And so we're going to do pellets, nothing but tree hay and mineral block, and then grass and pellets. Because I would do just the grass, but there's a chance that the rabbits, considering the areas that I'd have to graze them on, it's not going to be very nutritional, so it's going to be more of a supplement. I don't want to have any rabbits, you know, starving. As we get better pastures and stuff like that, and have more fodder that they can pass over, we may look at doing one with just the grass. So anyway, those experiments are coming up. We're going to see all kinds of different growth rates. We're going to see how much you really save on that kind of stuff. I think that the one that's probably going to beat everything out, even though we do have kind of poor grass, is going to be the grass and pellet. So, you know, free choice pellet and grass with yeah, as an option, as a filler or as a supplement. So I think that one's going to win out just because a guy on YouTube, well, he's not really on YouTube. There's just videos of his stuff. Daniel Salatin from Polyface Farms, he does that. He has little rabbit tractors and he gives free choice pellet. And I think that's going to be where the best growth rate and the biggest savings is going to be. There's a possibility that the mulberry, because I'm going to feed mostly mulberry just because it is such high protein, and if I've got the mineral block, I'm perfectly fine with giving rabbits just that. We're going to see how well they do on that. We may do one as well with free choice pellet and fodder, so we'll see. But anyway, there's going to be a lot of different experiments going on with individual rabbits to see how their growth rates are. Now, there's going to be a lot of things that factor in. Like I said, I'm going to try to get every single one of them at the same weight, which is going to be really important when they're weaned. You know, make sure that they may all come from the same litter too, just because we don't want anything as far as variables going in. And it won't be a conclusive study because it's going to be such a small test group, you know. So just seeing all that, because there's going to be trade-offs, I think, for all of it. But we're going to see and we're going to find out. And I plan on doing that with a lot more. But ultimately, on down the road, once I've got more fodder trees, I'm planning on swapping the majority to fodder on all my grow outs, and then probably doing pellets during the winter for a time until I can get enough infrastructure up to where I can store the tree hay. So that's coming up. But today we're gonna let me get to the rabbit breeding. I hate videos that do this, but I'm doing it now. So I'm gonna get to the rabbit breeding here. Our little doe here with the red-orange tag. Now she's the one that had the 10 babies. And if you'll remember from the breeding to butcher, she was the one that I first tried breeding, and she was just kind of reluctant to breed at first. So I'm gonna be breeding her. And Buck Reynolds in the comment section had suggested that you know, she'd be bred back to the same buck. I do that anyway. I breed all my does back to the same buck, especially if I have good results, just because from every rabbit keeper that I've ever heard that does that, they continue to have good results. I mean, why wouldn't you? You have good results from a buck and a doe pairing, you know, keep them paired together. So I'm going to go and I'm going to take her and go to his cage and put her in and let her get bred. And just so we don't blow up in the comments here, these here are empty. I know that because this was for when the freezing. They've got water right here in the bucket. So just so nobody thinks I'm starving or making them die of thirst out here. But we're gonna grab her. I'm gonna have to pause the video because this is not something I'm gonna do one-handed. We'll get the cage and we're gonna breed her to the buck. All right, y'all, here we are. We're at the buck's cage. I'm about to introduce the doe. And if you made it this far into the video, let's go ahead and give this buck a name. And our doe. She's looking like she might be a little more receptive than she was last time. There she goes. But if you've got any suggestions for names for the buck, go ahead and drop them down in the comments. And then any suggestions for names for the does, I'll probably start keeping all my records as far as IDing them with the names if people on YouTube want to name them. So we'll see if she's receptive. If she's not, we'll try again tomorrow. Oh, there we go. There we have one. Oh yeah, that was a successful breeding. So hopefully we'll have another litter of about 10 or so. But I'm gonna give him just a little bit more time there to see if he can't breed her a couple more times. Get the camera turned around here. And that's the starting of our breeding there. We're gonna breed all the does. I've got a couple of them that I'm probably trading to a guy, and I'm gonna trade him bred already for some wire and other stuff. So we'll be keeping track a little bit. This won't be like the Breeding to Butcher. I'm not gonna be doing daily updates of everything until we get to the grow out. We'll call it an experiment. But anyway, if you like the video, if you found some value in it, go ahead and drop a like. If you've got any questions or comments, drop those down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so. I drop a video like this mostly every day. I appreciate all y'all watching, and we'll see you in the next one.